I can exhale a little bit as the Phillies win 5-2 against the New York Mets, and they avoid the sweep, which is the biggest thing, as they win today 5-2. It was a very nice win, and Zach Eflin went out there and pitched a really good game. And guys, I'm really happy with this win. And the most important thing is we don't get swept out, right? I mean, that was our biggest fear going into this one. I did not have high hopes going into this game. It didn't start off great. My biggest fear was that we were going to get swept, and luckily we didn't. And Zach Eflin went out there and pitched really, really well, and that was able to propel us to a victory, a 5-2 victory over the New York Mets. In this one, he was very good. Scott Kingery in the bottom of the eighth inning had a clutch bases clearing double. They gave the Phillies a 5-2 lead, and that was our turning point, our hot stove turning point in today's ballgame. And Scott Kingery, well, it's debatable. I think Eflin or Scott Kingery are Phillies hot. I'm going to give it both of them. Phillies hot stove players at the game. They both played very well. Eflin went out there and pitched his butt off. Kingery obviously got that huge clutch hit in the bottom of the eighth inning. So both of them, had a very good game. So I think both of them deserve the award. So, yeah, I mean, as I said, this one did not start very well. Pete Alonso in the top of the first inning hits a home run to left field. This game was on ESPN. It went 390 feet. It's now 1-0 New York. And then Brad Miller in the bottom of the second inning hits a home run to left, and it's now tied up at 1. Bottom of the second inning, Corey Dickerson signals to right. Kingery scores. It's now 2-1 Phillies. Then Alonso walked, and it was a wild pitch. Oh, my gosh. And Nimmo scored. It's now tied at 2. Then Kingery doubled to left center. It was a bases clearing double. Harper, Hernandez, and Hoskins scored. And it's a 5-2 Phillies lead, and they go on by the win by that score, 5-2 your ball game. So we'll take a look at the box score. In this one's Corey Dickerson went 2 for 4, 1 RBI. JT went 0 for 3. He's been a little slump. JT went 0 for 3, 1 walk. Harper went 1 for 4, 1 run scored, 2 strikeouts. Hoskins went 1 for 3, 1 run scored, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Brad Miller 2 for 4, 1 run scored, 1 strikeout. Cesar Hernandez 0 for 3, 1 run scored, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Scott Kingery 2 for 4, 1 run scored, 3 RBIs, and 1 strikeout. Adam Hazley 1 for 3, 1 walk. Eflin went 0 for 2. Jay Bruce came back, and he's now 0 for 1. And Hector Neris got in at bat, and he struck out. So, yeah, he didn't even swing the bat. Zach Eflin, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He was very, very good. This is now two consecutive starts that he's pitched very well. So I think Mr. Zach Eflin needs a round of applause. He's pitched very, very well. I'm really impressed with him and what he's been able to do. And Chris Young, I mean, like I heard some guy talking about it. I mean, like he's wanted to throw like some 4-seam in there, like and everything. And Eflin's been doing it with his 2-seam, and it's been working out better for he's getting down ball outs. He's not like I feel like Chris Young was too focused on too much about trying to get strikeouts, and you don't need strikeouts to get outs. Like look at there's a lot of ground ball pitchers out there for off speed, and they don't have overpowering stuff like Zach Eflin. So I mean, Zach Eflin's effective when he can get the ball on the ground. So I mean, he's a ground ball happy pitcher, and he's a contact out type of guy. He doesn't really generate a lot of strikeouts. And if you have Chris Young, I don't want to blame all of it on Chris Young, but I feel some of it was on him during that when Eflin was so bad. But it's 2 consecutive starts. You can't get ahead of yourself. But I tell you what, I really have liked what I saw of Zach Eflin these past 2 starts. The Miami start and now this start. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. I mean, the 1 earned run, only the 3 hits in 7 innings. A very, very solid outing from Zach Eflin. And that's enough to propel us to win. That's what happens when you have good starting pitching. A 5-2 victory, right? I mean, you hold the opposition to only 2 runs, and you could let your offense do the job it's supposed to do. 5 runs scored in this one. Mike Moore in the 3rd inning, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 1 walk. And then Hector Neris, 1 2/3, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. And, he kind of lost it in the top of the 8th inning there. But obviously when Kingery hit that bases clearing double, Buster Olney was talking about it. Kapler went up to him and said, "You're going out there for the 9th." As soon as he hit the ball, Kapler went up to him and said that. So, hey, guys, that's pretty much it. The Phillies win 5-2 against the New York Mets, avoid the 3-game sweep, and then they head out to Cincinnati tonight. They go to Cincinnati to take on the Reds 210. 210. The first pitch tomorrow. I mean, I'm actually going to go fishing tomorrow morning. The video is going to be up probably the video about my new schedule. I don't know. I'm going to say in the morning, before noon. Before noon. Yeah, guys. The video's going to be up before noon. I'm going to have the afternoon to myself. I'm going to a barbecue. And Tuesday, start school. So Tuesday starts school. So it kind of sucks. But that's okay. I have all half days. I'll talk about that tomorrow. I have all half days this week. So, yeah, guys. So I can't believe it. I'll talk more about how my summer was tomorrow. Tomorrow will be kind of a personal video. It won't really be talking about the baseball. It won't be talking about baseball. I'm just letting you know. It's not really going to be much baseball. So it's going to be talking more about me and talking about myself. So talking about how my summer was, and I'll be talking to you about my new schedule and how the videos are going to be. So I'll make a video about the off season. I don't want to talk about that anymore. So let's talk about this series. I mean, it could have been better. I expected a 2 out of 3, series. I mean, we should have won that first game, right? I mean, you should have won that first game. So we really should have won 2 out of 3 here. And, there's some players that hurt us in this series. Wilson Ramos, for one, he just kills us. He always kills us. Todd Frazier. I mean, there's a lot of guys who killed us in this series. And, yeah, I mean, the Mets have always. I mean, I know we swept them out in June. But I tell you what, I mean, they still scored a decent amount of runs against us in those 4 games. So it wasn't like they went down quietly. They only scored 2 runs. I mean, they scored a good amount of runs. So they've always played us tough. I mean, I understand we swept them out, but that doesn't. I mean, they've always played us tough. Okay, they've always been with us. They always have battled back, but. Obviously, the Mets are 69 and 70 and 67. We are 70 and 63 and 70 and 65. Excuse me. And I understand why people are saying that the Mets have a better chance of making the playoffs than the Phillies do. And I feel like people get too hung up on the fan graphs, projections, and is that really proven? Is that really going to happen? Is that a fact that's going to happen? It's not a fact. And I feel like people just assume that everything that they say is to the book. These nerdy people who focus on the WAR and all these stats. I mean, those FanGraph stats they're not even official stats declared by Major League Baseball. They don't even have those in MLB.com. You can just find them on FanGraph. I understand that there are somewhat important stats, but I think WAR is just kind of an overblown stat. And it's a winners above replacement. I mean, all these other stats, they're not even officially declared stats. I think the stats that really matter, the on-base percentage, the slugging percentage, and the OPS. So, yeah, guys, I mean, there's people, you just can't really buy into what they're saying. I do. You honestly think the Mets have a better chance of making the playoffs than we do? None of these Mets and Phillies teams have both had disappointing seasons. But I guarantee you what, the Phillies are better positioned to make the playoffs than the Mets, honestly. The Mets, I don't get it. And people are saying because they have an easy schedule, the Mets do. That doesn't mean anything. But, they have played the easy teams. They have played them very, very well this year, the Mets have. So I guess anything's possible. But, yeah, guys, not really much else to say. I mean, it was a nice win. I mean, it was a nice win. I mean, we blew that game in 8th. I mean, we've blown so many games this year. But, yeah, I kind of saw that one coming when we, Todd Frazier was on second base with nobody out. I'm like, oh, my goodness. I was actually out for a bike ride. So that's where I was. And, kind of had some updates in my story. The umpiring crew in this series was a terrible, joking, laughing stock umpiring crew. You had Joe West behind home plate tonight. Terrible. I think every strike call was off the plate. It was off the black. And people want to say, well, that's still a strike. Those are inaccurate. I don't care. I don't care if you think that's off the plate. I mean, that was a ball, and he kept calling all of them strikes. He's just such a terrible umpire. And, yeah, he was terrible. He had Will Little throwing Rhys Hoskins out of the game for basically doing nothing. So this umpiring crew, this whole series was an absolute laughingstock joke. And I'm not going to be sad to see them go. So, yeah, guys, that was our last homestand in Philly. When, obviously, it's still going to be summer, but this is my last homestand, watching the Phillies in the homestand before I go back to school. So, yeah, guys, tomorrow's the last game before I go back to school. So, yeah, I'm kind of sad. I think every kid, every teenager, every kid that's going to school is sad about it. So, yeah, guys, I hate to go back, but yeah, I'll talk about that more tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, let's look at this, Cincinnati. Before I look at the Cincinnati series, I expected us to win 2 out of 3 here, and we didn't do it. But that's, I mean, It is what it is. So let's look at the Cincinnati series here. I expect 2-10 the first pitch. Drew Smiley against DeSclafani. DeSclafani 9-7 with a 4.05 ERA. Smiley 2-6 with a 6.95 ERA. Whenever Smiley's on the mound, I just hang my head down. Honestly, he's insanely bad. And we have Velasquez 6-7 with a 4.86 ERA, going against Wood 1-3 with a 5.80 ERA. And then this is a 4-game set, by the way. And on Wednesday we have Nola against to be determined. Nola 12-4 with a 3.45 ERA. Then the finale game we have Jason Vargas 6-7 with a 4.31 ERA. Going against a to be determined. That is a 12:35 start. So you have a 2:10 start on Monday. You have a 6:40 start on Tuesday. You have a 6:40 start on Wednesday. You have a 12:35 start on Thursday. Then we go out to New York. We play the Mets 7:10 the first pitch. Saturday 7:10 the first pitch. And then next Sunday, a week from today, the 8th, we also play them 1-10. We go back home and have a 4-game homestand against the Braves. Yada yada yada. The Red Sox, and then we go out to Atlanta, Cleveland, Washington, and Miami. And then guys, that's the year. That's the season. There's not much baseball left. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 series left. It's not that. I mean, that may sound like a lot, but it really is. I mean, this is going to be a fast September, guys. This month's going to fly by. Before you know, it's going to be October 1st. So, yeah, guys. Last game of the year is on September the 29th against Miami. 3:05 the first pitch. And yeah, guys, it's going to be bittersweet. I mean, we're probably not going to make the playoffs, but anything's possible, I guess. But that'll be my last regular season video of 2019. That's 2019 season. So yeah, guys, the Phillies win 5-2 over the New York Mets. They avoid the sweep. That was the biggest thing because I would have been coming on here really, really pissed. And if you look at the line, Zach Eflin pitched better than Marcus Stroman. I did not see this coming. I mean, I know Stroman's kind of struggled since August 1st, but I totally did not see this outing from Zach Eflin happening. So. Yeah, guys, I'm really, really impressed with Eflin. Can't speak too soon, but I'm really, really you can't speak too soon, but I'm really, really impressed with what I saw at him tonight. He was good. He was generating a lot of ground balls. He did work himself into some trouble a little bit. With the Rosario, he grounded out to, right back to Eflin, which was good. He was able to escape that jam. But other than that, I think he pitched very, very well. So I'm really happy for Zach. Maybe he's getting his act together. I kind of was hating on him a little bit last month or so, and rightfully so. I mean, he was really, really bad. But hopefully, I'm hoping he's getting his act together. I'd like nothing more to have him succeed because I like him. I think he's a nice person. I think he's a great guy, and it helps our team. It helps our team win. So. I know I was kind of just knocking the guy and saying how bad he was, but you know what? I'd like nothing more to help him succeed. I mean, him succeeding would help our team. It would help his confidence. It would help him become a better pitcher, a better person. So I like nothing more to have him succeed. And I'm very, very happy he had a nice night tonight. I mean, he went 7 innings, the 1 earned run, the 3 hits, the 1 walk, they had 3 strikeouts. He had a very, very solid, above average, way above average outing tonight. So, it's the second outing in a row he's pitched decent. So I'm really, really proud of Eflin. And, hey, this is a much bigger improvement than what he was doing before. And going 2 innings, 3 innings with 5 earned runs, 6 earned runs. He was terrible during that stretch. But hopefully that stretch is behind him. I'm hoping that it is behind him. But I'm hoping that he can put it behind him and move on from that and not dwell on it, right? So, yeah, guys, I got 1 more minute left of this video, so I'm just going to talk about more stuff. So I'm really happy with Eflin. What to expect of tomorrow's game? I'm not too sure. DeSclafani is a pretty good pitcher. But Drew Smiley, the Reds, haven't been the best offensive team this year. But I'm definitely not looking forward to watching Smiley pitch. That guy is he's lifeless, honestly. The first couple starts he came here, he was doing pretty well. But I tell you what, I mean, he's just been not. He's not it. He ain't it. He ain't it. I mean, he's just. I don't think I need to say anymore, right? I mean, he ain't it. He ain't it. So he ain't it. So I don't think there's really anything else to say here. So I mean, it's fact. But hoping I hope he pitches well. Of course, he's another guy. I know he may not have the best season, but I want to see him succeed, and hopefully we get to see it out of him tomorrow night. So guys, 2:10 afternoon game. 2:10 the first pitch. DeSclafani 9.7, the 4.05 ERA going against Drew Smiley, 2-6, and the 6.96 ERA. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Please watch that video. I really would like to appreciate it. Please, because I don't want to get any complaints about where the video's been, because, it's no excuse, because I'm going to make a video. So please go watch that video. Please drop a like in this video. Please tell your friends about these videos. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please turn on that notification bell. Ring that bell. You'll get instant notifications. Please check out the social media link in the description below. Drop a comment. What do you think about this game, guys? What do you guys think? So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I am Luke, and let's go Phillies. 2:10 the first pitch tomorrow night. The Phillies win 5-2 against the New York Mets as they avoid the sweep. 2:10 the first pitch tomorrow afternoon. Smiley versus DeSclafani. Guys, I am Luke, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later.